Welcome to another episode, everyone. Jap3 from 107 Hoover, Jap5's real father. We have an exclusive interview with him here. He died recently. He was killed. Unfortunately, he was stabbed. Rest in peace to Jap3. Jap5 recently spoke on this on Vlad TV. I haven't covered that yet. See how he feels, obviously how he feels about his father right here. He doesn't have many interviews out. Jap3. He has one here with Big Tony, formerly of Five Trait Avalon Gangster Crip. Got an interview with him. Of course, Big Tune is Jap5's stepfather, and this is Jap5's father again. So these two individuals are getting along here, having an interview, although, one is the stepfather, the other one is the father. Shout out to both of them for being able to come together and put together this interview, which I think is a pretty powerful one and a good insight into who Jap3 was.
What's up, Foundation? What's up, YouTube? It's me, your big partner, Cartoon 53. And I'm back again with another exclusive interview with a person that a lot of people been wanting to know about, and he comes from an iconic name. And this is I'm gonna let him introduce himself to y'all. Introduce yourself to the Foundation, homie.
What's up, Foundation? I'm Baby Jap from 107 Hoover Criminal Crip Gang.
There it is there. That's right. And for y'all who don't know, everybody know who Jap5 is. And a lot of people know that they see me as Jap5's stepfather, but now this is Jap5's real father. This is Jap5's real biological father. This is Jap3 from 107 Hoover. Jap, let the Foundation know, were you born and raised in LA?
I was born at Morningside Hospital on Manchester and LaSalle in 1970.
Okay. And where were you raised at?
Growing up, I did a lot of moving around. I ventured in Compton, Watts, of course, the Hoovers, my family's from Hoover, originated, I was raised in the Nixon Gardens with the Bounty Hunters, the Mona Park Compton Crips, so I want to get them dudes props because a lot of them older dudes sort of raised me, man, growing up, but it's Hoover gang though.
That's right. So, eventually, but the majority of your time was spent, though, in the 107 Hoovers.
Exactly.
That's right. What schools did you go to?
I went to Markham. I went to Bethune. I went to Masada High in Lawndale. And I went to California Youth Training School.
The White.
White.
That's right. So let me ask you this: What was it like growing up in the Hoovers, homie?
Man, it was just like a lot of fun, man. Back in those days, in the early 80s and stuff like that, man, it was just it was just fun, man. That's when the dope game was popping, not glorifying selling drugs, but, it was plentiful in my area, And, just a lot of love, man. It was a lot of love. A lot of love. That's all I can say. A lot of love and sports and riding.
Yes, and I would agree with that back in the days. I also went to Markham and Bethune. And me and Baby Jap are about the same age, close enough. He's a little bit older than myself. I was also locked up with him in the Los Angeles County Jail. The last time that I was there, he caught a case with the other OG homie who's still in there trying to get home and should be home soon. And Jap ended up getting himself out of that case and coming home. Was out for a little while, was out for some time before the incident took place with him where he lost his life, which I'll probably get into at some point as well, maybe today.
Dirt bikes up the Devil's Dips and, just it's a lot of fun, man. Family, friends,
That's right. Who were some of the homies from Hoover that you ran with as a child?
Shit, man, I ran with everybody, man, from everywhere, from 4-tray to the one-way. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, shit, me.
Now, of course, so in case you don't know, Foundation, when he says 4-tray, he's speaking on the 4-tray Hoovers.
Right. Yeah, Tiny Moo, Lil Cass, Big Cass, Baby Red, just a lot of us, man. Baby Vulture, Jinx, my nigga Mo. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot of us, man. Baby Ratneck, Lil Ratneck. You know what I'm saying? Big Ratneck, twins. Man, just like everybody, I was there with everybody.
He was there in the mix, huh?
I can't remember, I can't say everybody's name right now, but it was a lot of us, man, and we was family, man, and it was a lot of love
From the beginning to the end, huh?
From the beginning to to this point.
That's right, homie.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and of course, someone of his age group, our age group, would remember how it was back in the days in the 80s and even early to mid 90s or whatever. It was a lot of love. People maybe threw off when he says that the hood was fun, but I suppose that he just means the camaraderie that the hood had at that time. We used to have barbecues and this and that and get-togethers. We were just like a family, a for real family, an extended family. We all loved one another. We all grew up over there. And that's every hood, And now things have just changed. It's not worth it. It wasn't worth it then. Certainly not worth it now.
let me ask you this: what were in your day and age? What was a lot of the different sets that y'all ran with at that time?
Shotgun, 8-tray Gangsters, Paybacks, Main Streets, Grape Streets, Playboy Gangsters and stuff like that. It was a lot of, solid dudes from different neighborhoods and stuff.
That's right. Now, this is a question that I always wanted to ask. Well, I know now, but I'm asked because I know a lot of people out there in the world would like to know. What had brought about the 107s adopting the word "say-lo"?
They say my Uncle Droopy started "say-lo." That was something that originated out of his mouth. That's what I hear. You know what I'm saying? I really can't, pinpoint it, but that's our word.
Right. Because I know the first time I heard it years ago, I'm like, "say-lo," and I was like, boom, but it's stuck now. It's official, written in stone.
Right.
That's real, homie. So, at school, was it a lot of fights at school?
Oh yeah, man, it was fighting all the time. You know what I'm saying? I remember the first day I went to Bethune, man. The East Coasters, they would try to get on me. You know what I'm saying? Man, where you from, man? Whoa, I'm from Hoover, homie. You know what I'm saying? What? First day I'm out of there. All in the hallway. So, you had to get up out of there. Eventually end up going to YA. You know what I'm saying? Where I graduated from YTS. You know what I'm saying? Got my high school diploma. Even at Markham, you know what I'm saying? It's just always been squabble. It's just like fighting was our sport.
It was.
Certain dudes, play football, certain dudes fought.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
LA lifestyle.
Yeah. Yeah.
So let me ask you this, because we kind of jumped ahead to the wide thing. Okay. As time was going on, coming up, and you start getting into more and more different things in the streets. What was your first time in juvenile hall like?
Oh man, going through juvenile hall, I was like about 13, and it was all about making a name for myself. So I want to go in, I want to be the most craziest. I want my name ringing bells. I'm coming through that joint, man, and I'm not turning down nothing, and I'm taking off, and I'm starting trouble, and I'm, just managed, and, just a bad kid from the West Side, man, going through that thing, man, and, trying to make my way, figuring, this is what I, what I'm saying,
Yeah, that's, you can pretty much be talking to any gang member and you pretty much get that same story going to juvenile hall, particularly back in those days in the 80s, 70s, but 80s and 90s. Everyone was trying to make a name for themselves, was wrecking stuff, even though we were young, 12, 13. As he said, he was 13 years old. I was 14 when I first went to juvenile hall in 1988. Went to LP. You had LP, Central, and Sylmore. And it was gang infested with a bunch of us young individuals trying to make a name for ourselves and be someone. And it was violent for it to be a juvenile facility because of that, because we were all trying to make names for ourselves.
I was built for it.
That's right. That's right. So, as time went on, how many times did you go to juvenile hall before they sent you to YA?
Probably like about 6.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, about 6 times, man. And I done been through all the juvenile halls.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I squabbled a lot of dudes, you know what I'm saying? And I made a name for myself, man. You know what I'm saying? Just, because they used to call me Hoover Shank.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Before I was Baby Jap, I was Hoover Shank. And they called me Shank. I used to walk around with a knife and, I didn't have no problem sticking somebody. You know what I'm saying? So that's what they called me, Shank.
So let me ask you this. When you was in juvenile hall, what would you say was your toughest fight?
Man, this Samoan dude from Park Village. I don't even know why we even got into it, but he put so many hickeys on my head. You know what I'm saying? I squabbled him,
Right.
took off on him, cracked him with the tray and all that. But he was a big dude, and he got me, and but that dude, I don't remember that dude's name, but yeah, he squabbled me.
It was that some you win some, you lose. Yeah,
Some lose some.
I know. I ain't gonna even lie, man. I can tell you from experience, it's hard to fight them Samoans, man. You can't hurt them. They skull thicker than regular people, and you can't hurt them. That's real, man.
For real.
Man. I just got a text from Hoover Red. Anyway, so let me ask you this.
Say they skull thicker than regular people. Yeah, they not regular people. Cool.
So now, when you was heading to YA, what was that like? What was going through your mind when you was heading to YA?
More of setting my name in stone. You know what I'm saying? Lifting weights and trying to get on swole, get an education. You know what I'm saying? When time for me, I remember when I first got the TS, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was a dude named No Talk from Black P Stone. Much love, you know what I'm saying? Just bringing up history,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, Baby Gangster from 5 Trey was my celly, bro, at the time. That's ironic, right? So that when you first hit TS, they put you on like lockdown for like on A and B for like about 2 weeks. You can't eat in your cell and all that. The first day I got out, I come in there, a few of my homies was already in there, so we all sitting at the table, and this dude, No Talk, he got CK on his arm. That's before the Hoovers was dealing with the criminal issues.
Right.
With that. So the nigga got CK on his arm, so, I'm like offended. I'm like, he got his sleeve rolled up like he want a motherfucker to know, nigga, print killer. So I reached over and politely rolled his sleeve down on my mama. And I told the nigga, I said, look, nobody want to see that early this morning. You know what I'm saying? It was breakfast. And I turned back to do what I was doing. And the nigga stood up, fired on me, bro. So when the nigga fired on me, I got to jump up and spin on him. They mace us and shit. It was just like a lot of shit like that, like really what they call it, gladiator type shit, man.
Right.
Like, everybody was, a fight wasn't nothing. Squabbles all the time. You know what I'm saying? That's what it was about, man.
Yeah, of course. And I done brought y'all a few stories about YTS and referred to it as Gladiator School. That's what we used to call it back in those days, Gladiator School. And it was violent, but that individual did what he was supposed to do, which was swing on him, fire his stuff up when you I got a tattoo. I don't even know who you are. You come grabbing me, rolling my shirt down to cover up my tattoo. If I wanted to cover it up, I would have covered it up, or I never would have got it. And who are you? What are you doing? When you talking about nobody want to see this, I got my hood out. You come rolling my shirt, talking about nobody want to see this, bro. Yeah, you finna get fired up for sure.
That's right.
You know?
So how long did you do in Hawaii?
7 years.
7 years?
Yeah.
Hold on. Okay. So let me ask you this, homie. Did you have a lot of fights in Hawaii?
Well, I ain't gonna say I had a lot. I had more in juvenile hall. But no, I didn't have a lot because I had started getting on. Niggas don't want to fight a nigga on swole. I had like got up to like some 17.
Yeah.
I was cut up. Niggas ain't back then when you got yokes. Niggas really don't want to fight you. They're sticky or something like that. They not gonna fight you, bro.
Right.
So I got like focused on weights and shit. And I got to getting my yokes up. You know, niggas didn't really. You know, I didn't really have no problems. And then I kind of like got my feel of this shit, my full. You know, like damn. Okay, now I got to figure out how to get about this motherfucker.
So let me ask you this: how long did you do in Hawaii?
7 years.
7 years. That's what they call that Hawaii life.
Yeah, I had Hawaii life for kidnap, bro. Yeah.
That's real.
For kidnap and shit.
So what all Hawaii's did you go to?
All TS. From SRCC to TS.
Oh, okay. All right.
But it was a lot of like you know, a lot of good dudes up in Hawaii. Like you know, once you squabble a motherfucker, man, y'all become like cool. Like
right.
Y'all like, damn, we did this for a reason so we can become close, man. I got niggas from, you know, I just want to say, bro, you know what I'm saying, from rolling 60s, East Coast, everybody. I've been in prison. You name it, every jail possible in California. I done met a lot of good dudes, man. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers love a nigga like a brother, man. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, as far as our turf is concerned. But I can call them niggas right today, man. And if I need anything, man, them niggas will bring it to me.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I just wanted to say that, man. And I left out Insane. Hussein, you know what I'm saying? My niggas from Long Beach, you know what I'm saying? And my Nah Mafia niggas, you know what I'm saying? Love my niggas, man.
That's
you know
right,
what I'm saying?
that's right.
For real. We all went through the struggle. You know, I look at gang banging like this. I hope I ain't talking too much to them.
No, homie, you doing good, man. Go on, let it out.
I look at gang banging as a mental illness, bro. For real, bro. It's really some sick shit. And that didn't pose a turn like this. You know what I'm saying? The way things is now, I wish things were. It's always been bad since I've been banging. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it wasn't meant for this purpose, for us to be hurting each other like this, bro. You know what I'm saying? We so lost up in the, you know, the sickness of it. You know what I'm saying? All the violence, and we hurting each other, man. And these kids need to play, man. Even way out here in Lancaster, you know what I'm saying? A lot of shootings and shit, bro. Bro, you know, if I could have one thing in life, bro, and this is real talk, is for us blacks to come together.
Right.
If the North Daniels and the South Siders can do it, bro, we can do it, bro. You know what I'm saying? And we did it, so it ain't like it ain't something that ain't never been done. We just got to go back to it and find a different way of maintaining it, bro. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gotta be all hanging in each other's hood and all that. You motherfuckers know y'all got beef and you done killed them thousands of my motherfucking homeboys, and you know what I'm saying? We don't need to hang together like that. But when I see you at the swap meet, bro, or I see you at the park, or you know, wherever you at, bro, enjoying your life, bro, you need to enjoy your life, bro, because look what it don't even seem like it's 24 hours in a day no more, Tone.
That's right.
Time go like that, bro, and it waits for nobody, man. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate all these dudes on YouTube and all this stuff, man, but you know.
So you know in LA a lot, which a lot of people know.
Yeah, man, I'm glad to hear him say that, you know, and again, rest in peace to this individual. Rest in peace to Jap3. You know, really puts this interview into a different perspective, I suppose, when you think about the fact that he lost his life not long after this interview. And again, in a brutal, violent manner, stabbed to death. I know, the story behind it somewhat, of course, different people have different perspectives. I wasn't there, but I heard what happened. And a lot of individuals his age, my age, we start reflecting and thinking like this. That gang banging is, he called it a mental illness. I call it the dumbest thing ever invented. It really is. And, the way that we're unaliving one another, this self-destruction that we have in the community is abhorrent and needs to stop immediately. And, I feel a duty to help bring an end to it, since I was sort of born into it, and help propagate and disseminate a faulty message about gang banging, and that it somehow enhances your manhood and power when it's really just a form of weakness. So since I helped to cause some of this damage, I have to spend the rest of my life trying to help to undo some of the damage that I've caused. That's what I'm trying to do now. But that's what Jap is saying, and that's what he's reflecting on. That, and I've said the same thing, that what would happen if black people just stopped killing each other? Just put the guns down. You can still claim your hood, rep your hood. Let's just stop killing each other. Things will change overnight. When I say change in the community, when I say it will be a brighter future for your son and your daughter, and your mother and your father, I mean, things would change drastically, immediately. That alone should be enough to put the weapons down.
You got a lot of sets coming together with this movement on trying to, put the gang violence down and, forget the, I don't like him, I don't like them, they don't like me, we don't like us, and all that. And you got a lot of sets nowadays that's coming together that you really wouldn't think would ever, put their differences to the side and come together. And I like that. Excuse me, Foundation, had to click off for a minute. We coming right back. Okay, as I was saying, they have a real big movement going on in LA where, they trying to, stop the gang violence, and a lot of people trying to come together, whether it's Crip, Blood, Criminal, whatever anybody chooses to claim, everybody trying to come together. And it's working a little bit, still a few bumps in the road, but like my brother Jap3 said, it's a sickness of the brain, and that we all been, indoctrinated into it. We all are a product of our environment. We come up in it. In LA, like I say all the time, it's not a fad, it's not a pastime, it's our culture, it's our history. It's what we've been indoctrinated with from the day one. And so we can't sit it down like a whole lot of other states do when they get older and want to stop doing it. No, LA is different. This is what we're about. There's nothing that's going to go on in LA that does not involve blue and red. It's just simple as that. And nowadays, orange. So, in this day and age, we just got to fight the best fight. But anyway, back to my brother Jap. Did you know at one time that eventually the lifestyle that you was leading on the street would take you to prison?
Nah, I never considered that. First of all, I thought I'd never get caught for some of the shit that I did, and Lord knows, hey man, I just count my blessings, and I try to stay out the way. Nowadays, I'm 54 years old, you know what I'm saying? I got health problems and stuff, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people think I'm smoking dope, but y'all, that's just the ignorance of people. You should ask questions, because I got atherosclerosis, so I gotta watch what I eat. And then I ain't gonna say I'm alcoholic like that, but I drink. I'm a binge drinker, and that takes away my appetite. I smoke cigarettes, Black and Milds, but I don't do no dope. Not that it's anyone's business, but I mean, like, I'm just questioning to see a motherfucker that's usually on swole, and then all of a sudden a nigga end up skinny, you know, and then I'm pre-diabetic. So I got health issues, bro. Then I got some shit wrong with my back. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, man, you know, at some point in a motherfucker life, a man's life, he gotta consider what it means to be a man. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? Running around in groups with dudes and being unproductive and not taking care of your kids and your family and not being there for your family and stuff. You know, and just giving it all to the streets because, you know, unfortunately, you know, it reaps very few benefits.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Really, you know, some people are actually like, you know, I got my brother from Arkansas. You know what I'm saying? I talk to him a lot.
That's true, though. You don't know what's going on with someone and someone's health. That's why I try my best not to judge. I'm not perfect. But you see someone, you don't know what's going on with them physically. You just don't know. You should not make assumptions because they could have health problems as to why they gained that much weight or lost that much weight, or why their face looks like this or like that all of a sudden. It'd be a medical issue. Oftentimes people don't share their medical diagnosis with individuals, even with their loved ones, you know, for different reasons. So we all just need to walk around with compassion.
He say, bro, he said, why you gangbang, bro? You know what I'm saying? Why is this? Why is that? I said, bro, it's something in me, bro. You know what I'm saying? He's like, bro, I don't know what it is, bro, but I don't see no money in it. So I couldn't waste my time with that. I don't see how you do it, how you find time to do that. You know, and it just made me think a lot, you know. You know, I just wish everybody well, man. You
That's
know what
right.
I'm saying? In the struggle to I don't know.
Just to do better in life,
Yes,
you know.
Yes. And live life.
And live
because
life.
It's short, bro.
Because it's
People-
short.
People just going, like, and it happens all the, like, it ain't like they ain't been going, but it's like every time we lose someone else, even if it's an enemy or something like that, you know, your enemy or whatever, that's somebody's child. You know what I'm saying? Somebody hurting, bro. You don't want to, it's like, it's called empathy. You know what I'm saying? Being able to walk in somebody else's shoes. You know, you want to think about that stuff before you go to shooting people and, you know, all this ignorance that we carry on. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, man, my best way to explain it is it's a disease, bro. It's a mental illness, bro.
That's right.
For real, bro. Because I still struggle with it.
Right.
You know
I mean,
what I'm saying?
we all do. You heard, we all do.
Bro, I'm like, damn, why have I not grown up? I'm like, damn, I'm still a
Yeah, we absolutely all still struggle with it because, as Big Toon alluded to earlier, this is embedded in us. You know, we grew up in this lifestyle and in this culture from day one. It's really all a lot of us know. But at a certain point, you have to be able to mature and grow out of it. We can use as an excuse when we're 70 that this is just a life that we knew and this is how we grew up. So, okay, so you're never going to change? No. Once you know better, then you have to do better. But I don't know. The interview seems a bit profound now in hindsight. Some of the things that Jap3 here is saying, rest in peace to him again, man. It's bad. You know, he's just alluding to the fact that tomorrow's not promised, that life is short. He just said as much. You know, that people are going constantly, referring to people dying all the time. He said it's been happening, but it's happening, you know, it's even more pronounced now. Then, of course, he ended up losing his life not long after this interview in a very violent way. Damn, you know, just looking at this interview now and knowing what ended up happening to him, shortly after this. And the things that he's saying, they are intelligent. This is someone who has reflected upon his life and is at least seeking to do better, wants better for himself, for his community. And it didn't work out, That's why when we think like this and we want to change our lives, then we just have to do it and get out of the situations that can take our lives.
Because that thing was so deeply rooted in us from our generation. Our generation, it was deeply rooted in us. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Let me ask you this. How long did you do in prison?
I did 6 years twice.
Right.
And
so you did 6, you got out?
I did 6, I came back, I did 16 with half, if that count.
Mm-hmm.
It counted too.
Yeah.
And then I went back for another 6.
Right.
And
so you got about 15 under your belt.
Yes, sir.
In Department of Corrections.
Yes, sir.
That's a long time though, you know?
Sir. Man, not counting, don't count the juvenile hall, that count.
Oh, the different county jail trips?
Different county jail trips, bro. The YA and,
Let me ask you this. This is what a lot of people want to know. Foundation, those out there that don't know that this man right here is the reason why Jap5 got the rap skills that he has. He got them from his father right here. This man had bars, you know what I'm saying? Boy, he could have did something. He could have went far. So let me ask you this. Do you think that there would ever be a collaboration between you and Jap5?
It's possible if the Lord is willing. It's just something, man. It's like, I'm Christian, bro. I never denied the Lord. Because that's what works for me. The
right.
Lord.
That's right.
When I prayed for, I done fought the 3 strikes 3 times.
That's right.
And the Lord delivered me each time. Whether it was my fault or was I guilty or innocent or they just, trumping up cases on me, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I've been in the county jail, you know what I'm saying? I cry out to the Lord.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? He delivered me every time, bro. You know what I mean? So I am so blessed, bro, because I done had so many cases to where I went, like, they arrested me, and I went to the county jail, bro, and went to court, DA reject, at least 10 times, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I could have been washed up. You know
right.
what I'm saying? So God got a plan for my life, and as far as rapping is concerned, I'm gonna tell you like this, bro. You know what I'm saying? I was into it. You know what I'm saying? I was heavily into it. I was committed to it. But I was also I was more committed to gangbanging.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And survival, as far as what I understood it was, you know what I'm saying? As far as having money in my pocket, you know what I'm saying? Me having a lack of skills, so I'm gonna go rob something or something, bro. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully I don't hurt nobody, and don't nobody hurt me. But it just, the Lord told me like this, man. This is what the Lord told me. He said, I bless you with a skill, a talent, and you do it so well. Don't you see? You do it well. And I had to agree with him, and he said, you're not gonna never amount to nothing in this rap game if you ain't gonna talk about me.
Right.
So if I'm not talking about the Lord, it did something to me, bro. And I gotta credit, you know what I'm saying, my communication with him when he told me, you're not gonna make it.
Right.
You're wasting your time. You know what I'm saying? Because I gave you this talent to do something with it. to talk about me. Not talk about the streets, not talk about your hood, not talk about your homies. You know what I'm saying? But to glorify me. And I sort of, bro, like, it just like, kind of like lost it, bro. Because I had so many styles and metaphors and I was so creative, bro. I was really hot, bro. But he was just showing me what he had blessed me with. And he's like, I'll take it from you.
Right.
This is all you got. That was my dream. I wanted to be a rapper. My dream is my son's dream. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
And
your dream is being lived out through him.
Exactly, bro. Exactly.
That's right.
Exactly.
And he do it well.
He do it well. And the Lord might tell him the same thing.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
We agree on that one, man. When the big homie upstairs,
yeah,
when he called,
do it my way.
That's right. Got to answer. So let me ask you this: what was the experience like with the banging on wax? A lot of people don't know you was involved with that.
Oh, you talking about Rep Your Set?
I mean, Rep Your Set. My bad. Yeah.
Well, one of my homeboy Shabo, right, from Jap3 Hoover, right? He came and got at me. He was like, "Yeah, bro, and some dudes came to the turf. You know what I'm saying? They talking about they scooping up. They want the hottest talent. Like, bro, you can get in." I'm like, "Bro, you serious?" I'm like, "Man, but you know, I'm skeptical. You know what I'm saying?" He like, "Man, I'm gonna take you to the studio." The first time I went, they put me in. The first time, bro. First time, as soon as they heard me, like, "Oh yeah, you go." So they locked me in, my homeboy D-Mac, my homeboy Day-Day, and my homeboy Von Shay, my homeboy Shabo. You know, and they was like, "Man, look, man, you know, we're not gonna make y'all rich, but we are gonna make you famous."
Right.
And that's what they did, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I got people that go out of state and they be like, "Man, what's up with your homeboy, Baby Jap? He ain't rapping no more, man. That nigga was hot." Like, man, bro was the one. That nigga had flow. He sounded hard on that motherfucker. That whole project was hard.
Right.
Different lanes, man, everybody got down on that.
That's real.
Everybody on that motherfucker. You listen to all them songs, all of them not, bro.
That's real.
Yeah.
That's real. So now let me ask you this, just to wrap it up. Give my foundation a word of encouragement, man. A word of enthusiasm. Let them know what direction that them youngsters should take.
Look, foundation. Be your own man. Don't be no follower. And don't mislead nobody. And know that time is, I guess, of the essence. And you have to take advantage of your youth. See, I was once strong and courageous and, you know, vibrant and all that. You know what I'm saying? But nobody's gonna. You just have to follow your heart.
That's
and
right.
Know what your heart wants. Know what you want. And know what you don't want.
Let me ask you this. You back in college, huh?
Yeah, I injured my back, bro, so I had to discontinue. I'm gonna go back though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that was the last I heard that you went back to college and was working on your degree again.
Right.
I commend you for that, man. I really commend you. You got a lot of people out here, man, that's just marinating and not even looking to try to do anything positive. You know what I'm saying? And that right there is that's an inspiration to the youth to know that, you know, it don't make no difference how old you are, how long it takes, that you can go back, you can go to school, you can get your degree, and you can get the things that you're looking for in life. You know, perfect example. You know what I'm saying? You I know you have health problems, but you look good though. You know, you still looking good, and like I'm saying, you going back to school, you're doing the right thing. Like you say, you got your priorities straight. You put God first, which all of us really should do that, because without the big man above, we ain't gonna never make it, man. And I would just like to say, man, thank you. And for those who coming in late, don't know, we're sitting here with Jap3, Baby Jap, from 107 Hoover, Jap5's real biological father. You know what I'm saying? I had to get the interview because a lot of y'all know about Jap5, but y'all don't know about this one right here. This is where Jap5 came from. If it wasn't for this man right here, this man right here, this man right here, there would be no Jap5. So I just like to take my hat off to you, my homie.
Thank you, bro. And I appreciate and love you, Toon.
That's right. I love you too, homie.
I appreciate everything that you do.
That's right.
God is watching.
God is watching. With that, I like to say,
Wow. Yep. Whoever you believe in, God, whatever, spirit, certainly watching. I don't know, man. Seems a bit sad to me. I know him personally. And, but even if I didn't, just knowing what ended up happening, this interview would seem a little bit sad, you know, knowing what happened. Not long after the interview, because he seems like a good dude, right? Can we all agree? You know, again, intelligent, well-spoken, reflective. He's talking about putting down the violence, putting down the guns. And, the community coming together, says that gang banging is a mental illness. You know, so he's not on here turned up and I'm gonna be a Hoover until I die, and you know all of this sort of stuff. Crashing out on so-called enemies at his big old age at 54. Instead, he had matured, took a different route, and was encouraging people to leave the gang banging alone, or at least leave the violence alone as it relates to the gang culture. Excuse me. So again, what ended up happening to him is rather sad, man. It's bad. Perhaps I get into it, as I said, exactly what happened, you know, how he ended up losing his life not long after that interview right there. You know, he was, I don't know, just, you know, like almost reminds me of Tupac with some of his music, some of his lyrics where he could see his death coming. Spoke about it a lot. I mean, he wasn't necessarily obsessed with death here, Jap3, but he mentioned it a couple of times, you know, how short life is. And he said, I'm 54 now and have to enjoy it while you can, while it's here, etc. You know, just like, I don't know, man, like he just felt something. Because not long after this, again, that's when that tragedy transpired. Horrible, man. There you have it. Another OG, you know, was trying to give back and help to mitigate the violence that is in Los Angeles, California, as it relates to the gang culture. Unfortunately, he lost his life. And there was a lot of talk about peace, you know, some time ago in the city, and certain individuals, you know, different individuals from all sort of different gangs were making efforts as it relates to bringing everyone together and having peace and putting the weapons down. There were peace talks, but then all of a sudden it just dissipated, and I haven't heard much about it anymore. But we all need to get back on that page, and so do I. There's a lot more that I can be doing in that effort, trying to bring individuals together to help put these weapons down. And again, you know, I'm at least partly responsible for some of the nonsense that is the gang culture in LA. And since I am, then I have to spend the rest of my life trying to undo the damage that I helped to cause. That's what Jap, I believe, was trying to do as well towards the end of his life, as we just heard. You know, he was very reflective about some of the things that he had did as a youngster, the violence that he brought to himself, his family, and the community. And he was deliberate in that it needs to change. So he was not straddling the fence, apparently. But then in the way they ended up dying again, it's sad, you know, when you think about that in this interview. But I'll bring it to you. I'm gonna have to now, so that you'll understand exactly what I'm talking about. Let me know what you all think in the comments. Rest in peace, Jap5. Shout out, rest in peace to Jap3, baby Jap right here. Shout out to Jap5. Shout out to Big Toon. Go check out his channel. Foundation Nation, I believe is the name of his channel. Let's all try to do better. Stay safe with the gang culture, that is, and with this killing each other. Let's try to stop this nonsense. We're only hurting each other and hurting ourselves. Stay safe and stay free, people.